digesting and getting to know the players and getting familiar with the facility.
Where are you back from?
I'm sorry?
Where are you health-wise coming back from the Achilles?
Feel great. Feel good. There's always ways you can get better. So this offseason has been tremendous as far as getting ready for football versus just trying to rehab. So it's been exciting.
I imagine Achilles injury is going to really affect your get off the line. How did you deal with that when it was problematic? And do you feel now that you're back to pre-injury form?
I mean, last year was tough. You know, you try to, play the game which you're so familiar with, and you compete, and then when guys block you as for my position, they shouldn't block you. It's tough to deal with. But, you fight through it. Nobody feels sorry for you. And so now I'm happy to be in a position where my body is really good.
How much did familiarity with John Lynch play into this? What's the comfort level like with that?
It played its part. John's always been a guy with integrity, great person, great athlete. But, it was a lot of other things that came into place. I think San Francisco as an organization, as a city, brings tremendous value. And so there's a couple of things I saw, and there's a lot of young talent here. So I thought it was a great opportunity.
You mentioned the young talent. Do you plan on taking an active leadership role vocally, or are you more of a lead by example?
I think in the locker room, guys respect the way you play. That's first leadership. And then, everything else to take care of itself. If things need to be addressed or mentioned, I'm not shy to talk. But sometimes we all men, and you treat guys as men, and you go out and the action speaks louder.
For you, what were your thoughts on, I know you haven't taken part in OTA in the past, but not practicing during these 2 days. Are you fine with that, or get on the field?
Yeah, I'm kind of itching, but, you just try to digest a playbook. It's a lot to learn and learn new positions and stuff like that. So I take the time to take mental reps so that training camp I'll be ready to roll.
Was there a timeline this offseason of when you wanted to sign with whatever team it ended up being? I mean, were you just kind of waiting until it felt right?
Right. Felt right. I visited a few teams. But when I came here, it was a long flight from Miami. But I knew when I got here, it felt good. A lot of familiar faces. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Shanahan. I ended up seeing Mike, the guy who drafted me. So it was a lot of things going the way where it just felt good.
When did the 49ers first reach out?
I'm sorry?
How long ago did the 49ers first reach out?
That's a question you have to ask my agent. I know he mentioned them. I don't know. To me, it's like everybody at the same time. But, they was there throughout the process, maybe not early. I think sometimes when teams have, there's a lot going on as far as the draft and those type of things, so you have to be patient and let the time take its place.
You had 3 defensive players in here before you that were very excited to have you here, because it felt like a very warm welcome.
Yeah, I mean, still getting to know guys, a lot of names I got to get familiar with. But I'm excited. I'm excited to join this team. There's a lot of good players here. So it's an opportunity for me to come out and improve myself year in, year out in the NFL. You have to prove yourself. Nobody cares about what you've done in the past and what you bring to the table is about what you can do now. So I'm excited for that opportunity.
You're joining a defense that last year was ranked last in scoring and yardage. Is there any trepidation? Do you even look at last year in terms of where you're at in your career?
I mean, last year showed where it was at last year. I think new season, new regime, new system, new scheme. But we always can learn. I think every situation you can learn from and make sure whatever happened last year doesn't happen this year.
You're at different ends of the defense, but what was it like as a rookie and second-year guy to be playing with John Lynch? What was it like to be in the huddle?
I think John gave me my first ass chew, I was supposed to go in one gap, and I did, and then I just heard John yelling from the safety position, running your gap, and so he was a true leader, and he practiced hard, and he was a student of the game, and so I was fortunate I was on the defense with a bunch of veteran guys, Howard Wilson, You know, I was the only drafted rookie as far as defense. So it was a lot, you know, was expected from me. And so I learned a lot from good players.
It's on the NFC side with Fox, but did you guys ever cross paths? Did he ever do any of your games that you recall?
I'm sure he did.
Talk to him in production meetings?
I think I did once. Yeah. He did a good job at that too. So I guess John can do it all, huh?
Elvis, given your age, the recent injury issues, obviously you're talking about proving yourself every year.
My age?
Yeah.
What about my age?
You're 33. That's old.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm learning something now.
You're probably in the 33-year-old draft. You're talking about having to prove yourself every year. Do you feel that, especially acutely this year, that people say, well, his best days are behind him?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has an opinion, and you have to respect that. The beautiful thing about life is you wake up every day, you can prove otherwise. In my career, I've always had those type of challenges and obstacles. That's the beauty about it. NFL, there's an opportunity day in and day out, week in and week out, to go out and prove yourself. It's a young man's game, and I'm excited to play a young man game.
Nice. Good.
Barros is asking a question.
I'm hungry.
As far as snap counts and what a game season like for you, how much should they expect you to play?
I mean, you got to go out in training camp, you got to compete, you got to prove yourself, and you got to earn every rep. It's no different for me than any other guys. I got to go out and show my worth, and from that point, the snap count take care of itself.
Are you going to have a conversation with Jeremy Zuda about number 58?
Jeremy's a great guy. That's what I would say about that.